Chinese cinema is a world of its own. Whether it's Hong Kong, Mainland China, or Taiwan, each region brings its own kind of energy to the screen. And when we talk about all-time classics, names like Ip Man, Crouching Tiger, Red Cliff, and Shaolin are always in the mix. However, from intense martial arts battles to powerful emotional stories, we're counting down the top 10 mind-blowing Chinese films that have helped define 21st century Chinese cinema. And this is just the start. We'll be making more videos like this, gradually building a full series on the best Chinese movies, so stick around for more coming soon. Let's start our countdown. Kicking off the list is SPL, also known as Killzone from 2005. Right from the opening, it pulls you in with a shocking car accident scene. Donnie Yen plays a jiu-jitsu-trained police inspector squaring off against Sammo Hung's cold-blooded triad boss, while Simon Yam's veteran detective pushes forward with the case despite battling a terminal illness. The story digs deep into ethical gray areas, cops bending the rules, lives torn apart. But let's be honest, once the alley fight with Wu Jing hits, there's no turning back. It has a 6.9 rating on IMDb. Number 9. The Yinyang Master Dream of Eternity. It is based on the series of onmyoji novels by Japanese writer Baku. This Netflix fantasy pours every resource it has into eye-popping visuals, swordplay, spells, and a giant demon serpent looming over the throne. It's built on mystery and spectacle, fueled by a strong dynamic between Mark Chow and Dong Lun, one that many viewers might feel like it borders on romance or more. But midway, the plot turns tangled, and the pace falls flat in long, melodramatic stretches. According to IMDb, the film scores a 6.4 based on over 5,600 user ratings. Not terrible, but it leaves the impression that audiences valued the visual spectacle far more than the storytelling depth. Number 8. 14 Blades. A Ming Dynasty thriller starring Donnie Yen as Qing Long, commander of the Jin Yue, the Empire's elite, brutal secret police trained from childhood to be killers. He's betrayed, framed, and must reclaim the Emperor's seal while becoming a wanted man.
Close your eyes.
The action channels old-school wuxia with inventive blades, wire-fu stunts, and a western desert aesthetic. Well, it could have been cooler without some of the more exaggerated fantasy and wirework. It feels like characters are pulling off impossible feats, tearing you out of the fights. However, it's beautifully shot with striking visuals and an epic score. 14 Blades holds a 6.3 rating on IMDb. At number 7 is The Pig, the Snake, and the Pigeon, a Taiwanese crime thriller by Wang Qingpo about an aging hitman with terminal cancer who decides to take down Taiwan's top 2 most wanted criminals to secure his legacy. The film starts slick and fierce, gangland violence, moral chaos, and dark comedy. But halfway through, it flips into a spiritual cult drama, slowing the pace and splitting the intensity in two. Performances remain magnetic, especially Ethan Huan's chilling portrayal of the anti-hero, and it earned 7 nominations at the Golden Horse Awards. This film has a 7.3 rating on IMDb and is available on Netflix. At number 6, we have House of Flying Daggers, directed by Zhang Yimou, a gorgeously crafted wuxia film set in the Tang Dynasty. The story follows a blind dancer, Mei, used to infiltrate the rebel group Flying Daggers by undercover officers Jin and Liu. The film is pure visual poetry. From the Echo Game brothel to the final snowy duel, it's masterfully shot and lit. I also loved some other fight sequences, like the bamboo forest chase where fighters bounce through trees, almost like Tarzan swinging through the woods. Here, the choreography and color design feel like characters in their own right. This movie is rated 7.5 on IMDb. At number 5, it's Kung Fu Hustle, a 2004 co-production between Mainland China and Hong Kong. Stephen Chow's wild, absurdist kung fu comedy is set in a 1940s Shanghai neighborhood ruled by petty gangsters and eccentric tenants. The story follows a wannabe gangster who accidentally sparks a war between the ruthless Axe Gang and hidden martial arts masters disguised as ordinary tenants. This film is pure chaos in the best way. Cartoonish martial combat, pop culture parody, and comedic timing that feels straight out of old Looney Tunes. It's funny, frenetic, and genuinely inventive, featuring iconic moments like the Beijing opera fight and the showdown against the Axe Gang in full slapstick mayhem. It holds a 7.7 rating on IMDb and is available on Netflix. Number 4, Election, a Hong Kong crime thriller directed by Johnny To, co-produced by Mainland China and Hong Kong. Simon Yam plays Locke, a cool-headed insider, while Tony Leung Ka-fai portrays Big D, a volatile upstart who challenges tradition. The film tracks how two candidates fight for the ceremonial dragon head baton, a symbol of ultimate authority within the Wo Sing society. It's a slow-burning conflict rather than bloody spectacle, intense, political, and full of moral irony. Tony Leung's Big D is thrilling in his unpredictability, and Johnny To builds tension through sterile meeting rooms, ritual dinners, and a final face-off that lands with shocking realism. It has a 7.4 IMDb rating and is available on Netflix. At number 3, we have Better Days, a high school drama directed by Derek Tsang set in mainland China. The film centers on Chen Nian, a pressured student who survives the suicide of her close friend and faces ruthless bullying. She finds an unlikely ally in Bei, a local street fighter who becomes her protector.
So don't leave me alone.
Well, a young delinquent meets a bullied student. Sounds cliché, right? At first glance, maybe, but the end result is utterly surprising and deeply convincing. Zhou Dongyu and Jackson Yi star in this film. It holds a solid 7.6 rating on IMDb. At number 2 is The Warlords, a sweeping Qing dynasty epic directed by Peter Chan. It follows General Peng, who, after losing his army, forms a blood oath with two bandit leaders to fight rebels and restore order. The battles are large-scale and visceral, while the drama hinges on shifting loyalties and moral compromise. Jet Li delivers a restrained yet powerful performance. Andy Lau and Takeshi Kaneshiro bring depth as conflicted allies, and Xu Jinglei adds emotional weight amid the chaos. It holds a 7.0 rating on IMDb. At number 1, we have Infernal Affairs, a tightly wound Hong Kong crime thriller directed by Andrew Lau and Alan Mak. It follows Chan Wing-yan, an undercover cop embedded deep inside a triad, and Lau Kin-ming, a triad member secretly working within the police. After they both rise in the organization, their covers become dangerously close to being blown. It plays out more like a nerve-wracking duel of identities than an action blockbuster, where every phone call, betrayal, and lie cuts deep. Infernal Affairs has a lasting legacy, remade by Martin Scorsese as The Departed, and sparking a wave of stylish crime thrillers in Hong Kong. The original also spawned two follow-ups, Infernal Affairs 2 and Infernal Affairs 3, which expand the story's world, though neither matches the first film's impact. On IMDb, it's rated 8.0 and is available on Netflix. And that wraps up our list. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more powerful cinema picks. We'll catch you in the next one.
It